All right, this should be really quick. I just finished reading chapter 7. Didn't do any highlights and things this time, even though there were definitely things that we could have done. This chapter, what is the name of this book, actually? It's The Layers of the Dead, right? And we go through a number of things. We get the arrival of Karsa and Ikariam, and they seem both eager to be here in a way. Karsa chucks that Lethri guy. Samar's around. We have more with Bug. And kind of the main features, other than them arriving, is very, very cool. And I'm excited to get on with this. I'm not going to do very long videos for a while unless there's something really, really huge. It's important that they are there, and we don't know how explosive this is going to get. We know that within the city also, again, they're looking at these objects that I want to know more about what's going on. Bug recognizes like this tremor that has happened in the city as soon as Ikariam sort of set foot in this place where he's already been. He recognizes Ikariam for being the one who kind of walked out of the sea. Interesting also, they're noticing that chaos is coming towards Letherus from the sea, which makes sense thematically. But the big things that happen, they have planted the seed in Rulad's mind even more that the Edur are maybe not to be trusted. Again, this is kind of the Lethery plans on doing this. We saw this coming. Now they need to try to get this first concubine, Nissal, is that her name? And see if they can kind of quietly remove her with some charges and things like that, try to get her removed. If they can do that, then they have more control over Rulad. But they have all these, there's these other Edur that also want an audience with Rulad. Hanan Mosag's situation is very interesting, that it seems like he wants to take out the crippled god for being kind of denied. He was going to be the Rulad in a sense. But very interesting. So that is a part of what's going on in this. And the other part, which is a major part, this flippin' crazy Tanal guy who wants to, it sounds like he wants to run off with this lady he's been torturing. He's kind of fallen in love with, the one that's gotten in his head, brings her up, and she's just in an awful state. Brings her up into one of the dungeons above, goes and does some stuff, and then Bug shows up and takes her to Tehol Benedict. Now, that is very, very, very interesting, because now that's going to have Tanal freaked out. We have Bug saying that Karos, Tihor has decided that Karos is, he's been marked. And so he's going to, they're going after each other, which is very cool. Very cool. Bug shows up, and the more and more, I know a lot of people love T-Hole, and I like him too. I loved Bug in Midnight Tides, but I'm loving T-Hole more, or Tail more and more in this one, and I'm sure if I go back, I will love him more. But I have loved their banter even more and more, and now we have stupid idiot Ublala, when they're saying that there might be a manhunt. He's like, well, they won't go very far, those stupid patriotists. Look, she's a woman. She's got breasts and stuff. And like he's such a doughhead, but he is such a good kind of third person in the room at times, at least right here. And hopefully they can kind of get this lady healed up, and hopefully they can protect her, and hopefully she can kind of help Ublala with some of his, he's a little bit of a doughhead, which I like. Really, really liking it. For this sub-book, unless something really big happens, I'm not going to highlight it and go through scene by scene. You might get some of my sort of couch videos at certain reactions, which I like to do. I like to do those big videos at the start of the book and then sort of these reactions as they come up. They might not be they might not even be at the end of a chapter. There might be just certain things as we go along. So thank you for being along with the ride in my crazy way of kind of doing things. But now that I am through this first opening bit and I've really, really chewed my food there, I'm ready to kind of just read it more like I would read any other book in a way. Still not trying to fly through it, but it's just so great. I love this series so much, and I'm looking so forward to the next reread, or my first reread, and looking forward to seeing what happens with this Tanel guy and Karos. Looking forward to what happens when we finally get these champions fighting Rulad. Trying to figure out still what happens with Rulad, where that's going to go. And then, of course, we have this war to the east here. It's just crazy. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Hopefully really soon. I might try to get through another chapter tonight.